Hello, Maggie. Nicely, my girl. Nicely. Hello, Maggie. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you crazy cat. Okay, hey everyone. Today I'm going to be taking Meg out for an enrichment walk, and while she's out and about, I'm going to fire a hashtag Ask Meg question at her, and if we have time, maybe another question or two. But the real question that I'll be asking Meg today is, how does she perceive love? We all know how we feel about love, but how does a lion love? And are they capable of love? So stick around, I'm sure you're going to enjoy this one. And happy Valentine's Day. Hello guys. Hello my sweetie pie. Hello sweetie pie. Hello girl. Look what I got for you. We're going to go walking. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to be putting her camera on. Hello my girl. Such a good girl. Where are we going? Alright, so heading out on a Valentine's Day walk with my Valentine, Meg. Lion love. Do lions love? Can lions love? And you know, is it the same for all animals? Come on, Gilly. She's got energy from somewhere. Eh? It is so overgrown. Ugh. Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, so the question that's been asked is, well, do lions love? And it's a question that I've been toying with, the idea of the concept of lion love. We all know humans love. And there she goes. I knew she would do that. And we'll pick this up. There's no doubt that Meg is showing me immense affection, and you know, she's licking me and she's head rubbing, and that's incredible. She's a lion. So we do know that she has this incredible capacity to show affection. But the real question is it love in the same way that we know, or the feelings that we have? There's many things that lions do that don't balance with the way us as humans conceptualize the word or the feeling of love. I started thinking about, well, I actually made a comment, don't delude yourself into thinking that the lion loves you the same way that you love it. And the reason for that commentary is not because Meg doesn't show me affection. It's because lions do certain things out of instinct that humans would never do. Oh, she's off, she's going running. This lion has some serious energy today. So yeah, lions do some things out of instinct that are incomprehensible to humans. So for example, why would a mother, a lioness, have some cubs and then just isolate 2 cubs from the 4? So she'll look after 2 cubs and she'll isolate 2 cubs from the rest of the litter. And this happened to me many years ago when I tried to put the cubs back with mom, she's going to have a nice drink of nice dam water. All right, so what would cause a lioness to just neglect two cubs? And I just found that quite fascinating, because as I know, lions, they protect their young with vigor and ferociously, and anything or anyone who gets in the way is going to be on the receiving end of the jaws and claws. But in this particular instance, neglected the two cubs. I tried to put them back, she continually neglected them. Eventually it came to pass that I had to take the two cubs out. And so took them out and started hand raising them. Cut a long story short, the two cubs eventually passed away. When we did the autopsy, the vet noted that there were severe genetic defects with the cubs. Obviously, instinctively, Mama Lion realized, you can see how powerful those claws are, guys. I mean, that is impressive. And what she's done there actually is left a scent mark here. So, you know, if in the wild, if another lion had come along, he'd smell that, or she'd smell that and realize, wow, there's been another lion in this area, and it's been very, very recent. The cubs had severe genetic defects, and some mother instinctively knew that it wasn't worth the energy to invest in these cubs, because they were going to just die anyway later on down the line. And that's mother's intuition and mother's instinct, and I found that incredible. It was one of my first lessons learned about how in depth these animals' thinking is on another level, or their instinctive thinking. One then starts to go, well, you know, if a lioness has this capacity to love as she loves her two cubs, a human would never just abandon two of her children because she suspected that there was something wrong with them. A human would never do that. A human would then nurture those kids and do whatever necessary to make sure that those children survived till whatever age, despite perhaps a doctor saying that there was no hope. So that's the one thing. I mean, there's this instinct that is overridingly powerful. So we could say, yes, they've got this amazing or immense ability to show affection, like a mother with her cubs, but then they've also got this ability to just be instinctive and listen to their instincts and react to the instincts rather than rationalizing with themselves. That's the one thing. And the other thing is many other instances where I've seen very odd behavior from lions. For example, the one pride that I knew, and the 2-year-old brother, he had two sibling sisters, and this 2-year-old brother one day at a kill was getting on their nerves, and they killed him. And then the whole pride, well, mostly the sisters and the mother, partook in consuming his body. That got me thinking. Then maybe I was looking at it from the wrong perspective and saying, well, yes, these animals do have the capacity to love, but maybe the question really is about their capacity to show remorse, number one, and number two, because why I say that is when the lioness and the sisters killed the brother, literally after the carcass had been consumed, they were all back to normal life, grooming each other and loving each other and acting normal, and the pride didn't even miss a beat. We still see to this day that humans do act upon instinct. And we've all heard somebody say, you know, I saw red and I had blind rage. And I think that's understandable. We all know that. And certainly I think what's transpired is that we've had this attachment to that of remorse, of thinking further about the consequence of our action, because perhaps back 10,000 years ago there started to become a consequence if you did do something like that. and therefore genetically we've been programmed to feel this feeling of remorse when something like that happens. So hence when somebody dies, we have more emotional attachment perhaps. It still doesn't take away from the fact that I say, if you think that Meg loves me the way I love her, you are deluded, because I know that in some instances Meg would feel nothing to kill me over a piece of meat. Simple as that. And I think if Meg did kill me over a piece of meat, I think she would, I don't think she would lose too much sleep over it. I think maybe she would feel a bit of loneliness and sadness, as she does with Amy. But I do suspect that if you filled that gap of loneliness, she would move on pretty quickly. Whereas, you know, many months, weeks, years, I'm still, you know, celebrating the anniversary or remembering the anniversary of animals that have passed. So we really do cling on to the past. But I hope that clears that up. I'm not saying that the lions or other animals have this immense affection or capacity to show affection, and as we define the word love, that would definitely fit into that description. And but versus the other associations that we as humans would apply to that. So I always caution people about anthropomorphizing animals, which is basically humanizing them, giving an animal a human characteristic and a human thinking. I think that's not fair, because they haven't evolved along a similar evolutionary pathway to humans, and so Meg is still pretty much a wild animal. I don't know what she's doing there. She's digging for diamonds. Maybe she's making a nice little love nest. All right, guys, so Meg has had a lovely break in the shade. Thankfully, the sun has gone behind some cloud. We're expecting some rain later, but she's too tired, she says, for another question. She says that one on love really took it out of her. And so that's it for #AskMeg Valentine's Day special. Really enjoyed my walk with my Valentine, old Meg. I hope you guys have had or will have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day from Meg and myself. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. And as I say, please feel free to share the videos. Let's go this way, Meg. This way. Okay, we're going to go straight. Also, guys, yeah, thanks to all of you who've become members. We've seen a surge in memberships, which is really fantastic. Thanks for that, guys. It's going from strength to strength. If you want to become a member, just remember you can't do it as yet on mobile devices. You need to go to a PC or a laptop and click on the members button there. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, from Meg, who's running off into the bush there, and myself, bye.